Even while he's giving his farewell address, President Joe Biden is making America safer and boxing in Donald Trump with a brand new order to all federal agencies to improve their cybersecurity to prevent attacks by our enemies, Russia, China, and Iran. 53 new deadlines, new requirements for manufacturers to upgrade all of their equipment that is sold to the federal government, requiring federal contractors to upgrade all of their cybersecurity protection, making sure there's end-to-end encryption in email and voicemail used by federal agencies, all under the auspices of the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA. I'm going to break it down for you right here on the MeidasTouch Network and Legal AF. Joe Biden literally working overtime to protect America and to Trump-proof democracy. These are things that, yes, have to be implemented by Donald Trump, but let's hope that while Donald Trump is busy hosting, literally front row VIP section, TikTok's owner, which means China, at his inauguration, while the Supreme Court looks like, at least for now, and I'll report back if I'm wrong, at least for now, the Supreme Court is completely sitting on the sidelines and not going to block the forced, compelled sale of TikTok to a non-Chinese owner, a non-Chinese government owner. While Donald Trump does that, Joe Biden is actually, in a cosmic bit of irony, is using an agency that Donald Trump himself created in 2018. It's the Cybersecurity Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA. That is a Trump creation. And he's given CISA new powers, Joe Biden has, in order to coordinate federal agencies and to make sure that government contractors, because a lot of the work of the government gets done by government contractors, not by actual employees of the government, to make sure that their security protections are up to snuff so that they're not being used as the Achilles heels of our enemies. You want to do business with the government under Joe Biden's new executive order? You're going to have to make sure that you have a cyber trust mark on your devices by 2027, or you're not going to be doing the business. You're not going to be working with the government. There's certain deadlines that are 30 days away. There's some that are 3 years away, but this is what Joe Biden has laid down the marker. Donald Trump's going to have to look the American people in the eye and say that cybersecurity threats are not a real threat to our national security, that Russia, China, and Iran and other bad actors aren't trying to break in into our government systems, when the reason this was signed is obvious. In the last 90 days, in the last 2 weeks, China alone, yes, the Chinese Communist Party, the one that Donald Trump seems to be in love with and invites the premier to come to the inauguration and puts TikTok on his knee during the ceremony, the TikTok owner, that Chinese government broke in recently to the Treasury Department workstations and also hacked into Donald Trump and J.D. Vance and their own cell phones. The Chinese have been living inside of 9 different cell phone companies before they were caught. Peering in, watching traffic, text messages, emails, and just phone data and collecting it, sucking it up and vacuuming it up into their vast array of artificial intelligence information that they use against us. So this is a good thing. Donald Trump's going to have to look the American people in the eye and say, I don't think we need cybersecurity. I don't think we need end-to-end encryption of emails and voicemails when government agencies operate. Now, the CISA agency, by Joe Biden's own pen, is now going to be responsible for coordinating all IT, right, all technology officers for all the federal agencies, hundreds and hundreds of them in cabinet level positions, and make sure they're all coordinated and they're all using appropriate protocol and controls. Makes sense. It is a little bit of a head scratcher, though, that we're in the 4 days left of the administration, and now is the time we're issuing these executive orders, and Trump didn't do it either. Sort of like it's sort of like when COVID hit, and all these restaurants and stores and movie theaters were announcing, we're going to clean every day. I was like, what were you doing before? What, you weren't cleaning the salad bar and the table at Applebee's before? Why not? So sort of like that. But look, this is important. All jocularity aside, the more Joe Biden does from now until 12:01 on Monday and stacks it up, building the wall, The more Donald Trump's got to expend scarce political capital, look the American people in the eye, and undo. The more Joe Biden does, the more Donald Trump has to undo. Wasting his time, wasting his resources, making him look the American people in the eye and say, we don't need this. I'm pardoning this guy. This lawsuit against Elon Musk is over. This criminal case against this person is over, which the Democrats can use in the midterm to portray Trump as being beholden to big tech, big business, oligarchs, big oil, criminals, corporate lobbyists, the swamp, etc. You see where this is going? This is the reason it's important to do these things in the waning days of an administration. Empty the tank, as we like to say. So I think this executive order is a masterstroke. It's necessary. It has the added benefit of being needed. Chinese in plain sight, right? Broad daylight, are hacking the crap out of America and violating our cybersecurity. We got to fight back. I think CISA needs to do this. I think the military, under Pete Hegseth, God help us, under Pete Hegseth, is going to have to get to the bottom and root out and put more funding into cybersecurity, because that is the battlefield right now. It's not on the ground. We're not battling it. I mean, we're doing it by proxy, but we're not battling it out with the Russians and the Chinese with ground troops. We're doing it we're doing it in space. We're doing it with satellites. We're doing it with cybersecurity. I mean, we're doing it with computer hacking. We're doing it with artificial intelligence. That's the battlefield that's going on right now. Part of the executive order that Biden just signed, is also it takes us into outer space, because it's going to regulate cybersecurity and encryption around military satellites. Because, we got Russian satellites, Chinese satellites up there, and they're always being redirected to spy on America. And we have to do something about it, and this order will do that. Now, Donald Trump can dismantle it or try to dismantle it, but it's going to be hard to look the American people in the eye, especially when we do reporting like this and say, yeah, we don't need this. Yeah, and undermine and invalidate the agency that he created. It's one of the things that Donald Trump did was pretty good, is he created this CISA. So we're going to continue to follow it all right here. We still got time on the clock. We're emptying the tank with Joe Biden too on the MeidasTouch network. I've gone full time doing my work for MeidasTouch and Legal AF. I got a great new announcement. I'm going to tease it right now. I got a great new announcement in the next week or two about a new organization, a new entity that we formed here to do justice for America. And to help people in need of justice. We'll be announcing that very, very soon. But in the meantime, I'm here reporting on MeidasTouch Network regularly and over on our Legal AF YouTube channel. I am so overwhelmed. I am so honored that we have built that channel in less than 4 months to over 400,000 subscribers, all free, on our march to 500,000. And it's not just ego, it's algorithm. The bigger we get the pro-democracy Legal AF channel on YouTube, Legal AF MTN, the more your voice is heard, right? So come on over there, Legal AF, I'm curating it. We got 5 or 6 videos a day up at the intersection of law and politics. Great new show and great new contributors. So until my next reporting, I'm Michael Popok. In collaboration with the MeidasTouch Network, we just launched the Legal AF YouTube channel. Help us build this pro-democracy channel where I'll be curating the top stories at the intersection of law and politics. Go to YouTube now and free subscribe at Legal AF MTN. That's at Legal AF MTN.